It's a special day here on the Productive Conversations podcast. And why is that? It's because for the first time since December, we have an in-person guest, showing that things are getting back to normal for real. And I'm very honored to have my first in-studio guest in almost, 6, 7 months? We have the great Louie here. Louie, what's going on, my friend Louie? Thanks for coming out here. We have some margaritas that I made myself.
Cheers.
Cheers. How is that?
It's good. Very good. I'm happy to be on the show. Happy to be in person.
Yes, and you're back. Number 2 for you.
Number 2. Lou number 2. All right.
Lou number 2. Yeah, it's exciting. We have the 2 mics going on here. The first time you're using the new mic stands as well.
I feel like really professional right now.
Nothing
I feel good.
Oh, man. So glad to have you, Louie. And welcome back. And here we are, man.
You.
And cheers. We'll enjoy these margaritas homemade by me. Just want to let that know.
Very delicious. Very delicious.
Thank you. We had that with White Cuervo. We did, obviously, fresh lime juice.
There you go.
We did simple syrup. And then I did an orange liqueur. So it's called, what's it called? Like Courvoisier. I'm definitely pronouncing it wrong. It's in that fridge right there. I just don't want to knock the camera off.
Yeah. It's all good.
But pretty much that's what I did there. No triple sec, but I used the orange liqueur instead.
Yeah, it looks. Is it a Grand Marnier? No.
I actually have the word right here for you if you don't mind. The exact word, the exact thing I use that I should know like that. But, what is it? I used as my special ingredient instead of the triple sec. You know, the anticipation is real. I use Contriere.
Oh, that orange bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I use Contriere.
Yeah.
So we have that in the official margarita glass too. So
very good.
One thing, I know there's no AC here, so we needed something to freshen us up here.
No, it's good. It's comfortable. It's a cool day today. It's like the coldest day so far.
Finally. I feel like lately that the sun's been missing, man. Right?
Yeah. I think it's because of the hurricane in Florida, and we're getting the residual. I think. I don't know.
Oh, man.
I don't know, man. What do you think?
Dude, I feel like somebody put a curse on all of us, and we've all been suffering ever since.
Was it May? May was like freaking hot as hell.
Yeah.
And now it's like kind of cooling down. That's Connecticut though, man, you know? What are you going to do?
Man, and you have the greatest shirt ever. I just want to let you know for that. And what's cool, bringing the cameras out. First time I use these cameras in months.
You know what's funny about this shirt?
What?
Is I ordered it online, and it was supposed to be the Romeo and Juliet shirt from the movie with Leo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then when I got it, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This isn't even close. So I emailed them, and this is a free shirt. They gave me my money back. And I was like, all right. I mean, I really wanted the shirt, though.
Great free shirt, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong. It's China. It's Chinese silk.
Well, we'll definitely get a cheers with that, indeed. Oh, man.
Cheers.
Cheers. You know what sucks?
What's up?
When I tried this, my friend Ryan broke one of my tequila glasses.
Oh, really?
The official ones.
Damn,
dude. Yeah, he still owes me. So, I know you know where you are, Ryan. But I got some new ones. There's the Amazon box right there.
Oh, nice. You got a bunch of glasses over here, man.
Yeah.
So.
That's been my new hobby, is making drinks, like just for fun on top of it.
Nice. You make any gin drinks lately?
Ginger drinks?
Gin.
Yeah, I made some Moscow Mules. Not Moscow Mules. No, that's wrong. What gin drinks? I made it. Oh, you know what a pink lady is?
Nah.
No?
Well, I know a pink lady from Greece, but not a drink.
I made this pink lady drink. It was gin with some half and half and Gerardine, and you shake it up all together.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. Let me see if I can get a quick picture of that.
That sounds good. I think the last time I was on the show, I was in a car. It was fucking freezing outside, and I was drinking gin and soda.
Hey, look how far we've come in
There
here. By the way, this is what the pink lady looks like.
Very pink.
It is amazing drink. What other ones? Any gin-based ones? No, not really. I gotta get more on that. Like, I want to make a Gin Ricky's one.
Yeah. You know what you should look up is French martini.
French martini.
Yeah, there's it's like a pink, not a pink, a purple, Charbonny, I forget the name. But if you look it up, they say, you know, if you take a girl out and you buy her a few of those, a few as in just two, it gets her feeling good and wants you. I don't know.
All about gin specifically. Gin-based ones. What other gin ones do you like besides that?
That's it, man. I try to keep it simple. No, like, sugar, no really additives, just, you know.
Just hard liquor straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the other day, well, when my cousin was here a couple weeks ago, we killed like 2 bottles of tequila, dude. And I was okay. I was okay at the end of it.
Only okay, huh?
But I was, well, when I say okay, like I wasn't puking.
Oh, okay. That definitely is okay.
But I literally was just taking shots, man. Like, you know, a shot every 20 minutes or so, and, you know, a few hours in. I'm drinking water in between. I don't know, it's like the way to go.
Water is a secret ingredient.
For sure.
When you binge drink like that. But, yeah, like I just started it this summer, basically, with leftover money. I found a lot of those came from like Home Goods at Walmart and Amazon.
You should go to Goodwill, bro. You find some good shit.
Really?
Goodwill? Go to Westport. Westport Goodwill.
That's actually a solid move. I have plenty of glasses there, but I got pretty much everyone, shot glasses, margarita glasses, pina colada on the rocks.
You got a goblet glass?
Yeah, right back there.
I see it. You got everything.
Exactly. So that's just what I've been doing for fun, pretty much. If anyone cancels plans on me, if I'm bored, I'm just trying to make a new drink. I've made a list. I've made 6 so far. Old fashioned, whiskey sour, pina colada, mojito, margarita.
Dude, old fashioned. I used to be my joint. I can't do whiskey anymore though. I don't know why.
Really, huh?
Yeah. Not because of the whiskey dick. But just cause, you know, I don't know why.
You miss it?
I mean, like, if I had one, I could probably just have one, and I think I'd probably...
Straight two?
Yeah.
Oh, no cocktail with it?
Probably not, yeah. And I'd probably need to have, like, a cigar with it.
Fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
You ever see the show Californication?
No. I know it's the guy from the X-Files, though,
yeah,
right?
Dave Duchovny.
Yeah. Why?
So he plays a writer, and every time, as a writer, he finishes a book, he would do the motto, it was always weed, whiskey, and Warren Zevon.
Oh, that's a good motto.
After he would write, he would just have those 3 together.
That's a good one. I like that.
You like Warren Zevon?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, he was just like this folk singer back in the day.
What, you have a song?
No. I just know of him. Like his famous, well, not, probably, you know, our parents' generations know him, but like the most memorable thing I remember from him, so he sadly passed away from cancer.
Okay.
And he moved on David Letterman, obviously big David Letterman fan. And then he was like making jokes about dying and being terminal and stuff, made it awkward for him. That's the only thing I remember.
Nice.
But he made some impact in some world.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
But yeah, I love the whiskey drinks. The whiskey sours is probably my go-to.
Oh, yeah?
And actually making the actual like mix and stuff, like make it from scratch.
Gotcha. You know, dude, when I was in my early 20s, I went to bartending school in New York City.
Really?
I did, yeah. And I, like, bartended for, like, 2 weeks at this hole-in-the-wall in New York. And it just... I was with my girlfriend, who's now my wife at the time.
Yep.
And it's just like, you know, that shit wasn't going to work out, man.
Really?
It was either, like, pick the girl or pick, like, bartending career. And I was like, this shit ain't, like...
I think you made the right decision.
Yeah. I mean, like, it would have been cool to be, like, New York and, you know, but, I don't know. This life is all about decisions and, you know.
Right.
And look at us now. We got 2 kids.
See?
Yeah.
Making big moves. Do you feel like, could you whip something up now if you took the time, or?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, okay. So you know where we're coming from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a thing or two, but now I just focus now on more like sugarless drinks.
Yeah.
Just kind of like natural, like I like pineapple juice. Pineapple juice is so good.
It is.
And like lime juice and, you know, just juices like that, but natural juices, you know.
Yeah, like a vodka cranberry. Well, no, that's out in the sugar.
Well, I mean, like, if you get a real cranberry and squeeze that shit, maybe.
Hey, yeah, that's the move. Like, that's the thing. I made this
You
from
know?
straight from I made the lime juice. I made it from straight limes.
That shit makes all the difference, bro.
Yeah, right.
You squeeze that shit. You have a juicer. It's like, oh man.
Did you see right there? So that's the thing. I bought the bartending.
Yep.
Well, I have the tools, I should say.
Yep. I see it.
Mixer there, and then in there has my lemon squeezer, and then I made this. Did that right before you pulled up.
I like.
And yeah, like I said, we're making it official. Just don't break the glass, because I'm
I won't.
another one. What do you think was like the most difficult drink to make?
Oh man, you know, but I remember we had to do like 20 drinks in 3 minutes, like mixed drinks, yeah.
Ooh.
So I mean, I couldn't tell you, bro. I mean, the drinks probably with the most ingredients. Actually,
Like a Long Island iced tea.
yeah, I was about to say Long Island iced tea. Dude, I haven't had one of those in over a decade. You get fucked up.
They
on those,
destroyed
dude.
5 different. You pretty much have the 5 different spirits all in there.
Dude, there's another one.
Put in that highball glass right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Long Island iced tea, and then there's something else that's similar, but you use like Sprite instead. I don't know.
Long Island, is it? You know, I like I said, I pretty much.
I think it's like a city too.
A New York iced tea.
I don't know.
A Chicago one.
And I forget what they call. They have this drink where they take the like the spill mat, and you just take it and pour it into a thing. Yeah, I forget what they call that, but it's a joke. But like if someone's really fucked up, I'm sure you can get someone to do it.
I think I saw a clip on one of the many meme pages of someone drinking that. That's the one thing. I pretty much got everything. I got a garnish thing right there. I got a garnish tray right there. That makes a huge difference.
Damn, dude, you do have a garnish thing.
Yeah.
It's empty, but...
I got my sugar cubes there. So up in the back we have all the other stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, that's just really for fun. The only thing is memorizing the drinks that I still have to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good with that, and then speed, and who knows, we'll see what happens in a few months.
But to be honest, man, like, if you go to a bar, and you ask someone for, like, an old-fashioned, they're looking that shit up. They're like, oh, well, let me just, you know. They're not like,
right?
Yes!
The
Someone ordered an old-fashioned, sweet, you know?
That one's the easy one for me, so my dad always asked me to make him one. So you get the sugar cube, bitters, muffle that up, and then you just pour it out, get your orange peel in there, and then just do your whiskey, rye whiskey.
Yeah.
Probably best for it, and then you love it. And sometimes that's one drink you can't water down.
Yeah,
it doesn't mess things up. But you know what's funny? So I like to hang out. I've like 2 of my closest friends live in Jersey City, so I go visit them. There's this place called the Ashford, so that's like the hangout spot right now at this time of life.
Mm-hmm.
Especially post-pandemic, that was the very first like bar we went to. And I'll never forget, so right now we order the vodka cranberries, and this one place like insanely watered it down. Like,
oh, yeah?
It was like, you know, if you get a perfectly red vodka cranberry, you're all set. But this was like water with a little bit of like like red food coloring.
Gotcha.
So obviously gross, obviously annoying, and it wasn't so you know the way people do. Like if you're with a couple buddies, I get this round, you get the next round, and you do it that way. So luckily it wasn't my friends turning around. So they said, hey, can we these are really watered down. Give them the actual, you know, vodka cranberries. This one's just like red as. In the words from Pulp Fiction, red as the devil's dick. And the person charged the drinks anyways. They're like, what the fuck?
That's fucked up.
Right?
Dude, I've been to, the first bar I went to after the pandemic was the Blue Rhino.
Yeah, right in Norwalk.
And, you know, I'm there with my sister, my wife, and I'm like, yo, man, like, the bartender's the dude from the Ginger Man. Like, from a decade ago.
R.I.P. the Ginger Man.
Yeah, and then I like asked him, like, yo, bro, do you remember me at all? Like, I used to see you at the Ginger Man. He's like, you look familiar, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, like, look to the corner, and it's like all the people that used to work at the Ginger Man are, like, hanging out there. And I'm like, wow, man. Shit doesn't change, you know?
Yeah, right?
I mean, I left the scene, but, like, it's still there. It's still there. They all look good, too. They don't look, you know, they're all in shape, you know. They don't look like they drunk themselves to death, or you
appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, you know. That's a hard lifestyle, bro. you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, especially if you like drinking. That's just addicting. You know
Hey,
what I
they
mean?
say you can't trust a bartender that don't drink.
That's right. You can't. So you can't you can't trust a tattoo artist who doesn't have tattoos.
I've never seen that before.
I've seen it a few times, only on TV, but
That's ironic.
yeah. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I mean, dude, tattoos hurt, bro. So
Yeah, I remember we talked about that your
Yeah.
first appearance here. What was like the most painful tattoo?
mine's
You
just
ever
on the
had?
ribs, man.
Yeah, I heard that's the one.
It's not done.
Oh, did you just say stop? I can't take it anymore.
Nah, we just did. We're like 4 to 6 hours in, and we just never. That's it. I never went back.
Does it at least look like it's something, or is it
I
like
mean, there's-
obviously incomplete?
There's an outline, and the dress is colored. It's a pinup chick. So that's really it. I'll whip it out before the show's over. I don't want to mess up my setting right now. You know.
Right.
But during my time off, you know, when I had shoulder surgery in March, and it's been a rough recovery, and I gotten 5 tattoos since then. They're all small as fuck though. I mean, like they took like no time. But each time I got one, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I don't know how I did this shit to myself.
How you feeling right now with your shoulder? If you don't mind me asking, what happened?
Alright, so I think the last time we spoke, I think I got a flu shot in my arm, and I was like, my shoulder feels fucking weird. A couple weeks later, I was lifting a patient up. I work in the hospital.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, I just felt like the shot go down my arm, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what's wrong. And then I couldn't like lift like 10 pounds up with my fucking arm. So, you know, I did the whole process thing. I see a orthopedist and had an MRI and find out I have a SLAP, S-L-A-P tear, a SLAP tear. So it's like my labrum. It's like the cartilage that holds up your shoulder. So that was like ripped. So I had 3 anchors placed into my shoulder, and that was like my first surgery, you know.
Ever, really?
Like ever, yeah, besides my circumcision, but I was like, you know, a few days old.
Yeah, we didn't notice at that time.
But, dude, man, it hurt before, but like after surgery, it fucking hurt, dude.
Shit.
I was like on some heavy pain meds, which was awesome. You know, I was like one of those people that would take it and like take a shot of tequila. I know it's not good, but I was like, fuck this, dude. I am fucking hurting. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know? But that lasted for like a good month, and, you know, physical therapy's been good. It's just, you know, I work 12-hour shifts, so like anything that I'm doing, you know, repetitive, it fucking hurts. So it feels alright right now. It's probably because, you know, they just iced the shit out of it. I just came back from PT. So, I mean, they iced the shit out of my shoulder after we did a bunch of shit. But I think physical therapy is going to be over soon, by the way my therapist is, like, talking to me.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. We'll see what happens.
But you feel like, at least, that you're going in the right direction, almost?
It's hard to say, because I'm still, like, 4 months in. So they really say it takes, like, a good 6 to 9 months to kind of heal. But then, like, you know, you read these blogs, and people are like, you know, 2 years later, like, it still fucking hurts. So I'm like, fuck. But these guys are like 50 years old. I'm only 33. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we definitely are supporting you and get that youth going. And, yeah, I used to be in and out of PT offices myself because of my knees. First starting the football injury, I got the kneecap dislocated.
Oh, dang.
And then it became a recurring problem like 5 different times.
Yeah.
The most embarrassing one was playing street hockey, and someone like perfectly shot a tennis ball right out of the socket. I didn't have to gross anyone out, but oh well.
Damn.
And then the last time it happened hasn't happened in 7 years, so
that's good.
We're in a good spot.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable with it. And every time I work out, I always, especially specifically hitting knees, lower body, I'll put the brace on.
Yeah.
But it is as strong as it can be.
That's good.
But it was a trampoline park, and just all the way. But I really want to one day just hop on the trampoline for, like, what should I say, momentum's sake, just to feel better. And, but we'll accomplish that. I'm not going to go do flippy flips. I just need to stand on the trampoline again.
Yeah, I hear you.
And, ever since, we've been all right with it. But, injuries suck.
Yeah, dude. You know, it's funny, man. Like, during my time off of work, I got another surgery in between. I got a vasectomy, bro.
Really? A vasectomy?
For people who don't know, it's so I don't have any more kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking scary.
Is it as painful as they make it? So, like the scientific term, do they just cut off, they go in there and the man parts?
So I'll tell you, like, a whole story. So I was, like, in my sling. I was like, it's a good opportunity to do it now. I have good insurance. I'm not at work. I'm not going to be moving around. So I go to the, see the urologist.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're talking. He's like, all right, sure. He's like, well, if you want me to do it. Oh, so I found out about this guy from my tattoo artist. That he got his done. He has, like, 5 kids. So he was like, dude, I got it done. You should do it. Insurance covers it, blah, blah, blah.
Might as well.
Yeah, man, So, I see him, and he's like, I can't do it till September, so I'll reach out to my colleague who apparently did his, too. So I was like, I trust that. You know what I mean? I trust that. If you trust him with your nuts, I'll trust him with mine. But then, as I was leaving, I was a little disappointed that I wasn't going to get it done during the time that I was off of work.
Mm-hmm.
But they called me back, and I knew the medical assistant. I worked with him like 5 years ago at an urgent care, and they're like, hey, man, I didn't know you knew this guy, so, we'll set up a time. I'll come in my day off to do it for you. And I was like, all right, man. Like, wow. I felt like that was like the most important my nuts have ever felt to me.
This is your time. This is the most sensitive time I feel.
Yeah.
The nuts can have.
Yeah. So I mean, it was an outpatient procedure, which means like you go in and you're out like in an hour.
Okay.
Like I walked in and I walked out.
And like, so did you didn't? Were you anesthesed?
Nah, bro. I was awake.
You watched them just
No. They put up a screen and like a thing in front of me, and they numb me. I felt a little. I felt tugs. I felt pulls, and
mm-hmm.
Of course your nuts like go up every time someone's like yeah.
Oh boy. You didn't see like some scary knife or anything, did you?
No, I smelled something. I smelled the cauterizer. I'm like, fuck, my nuts, But, I mean, it was good. The next, my balls got so fucking swollen.
Oh.
Yeah. It looked cool, man. I was like, this is cool. But, they went down and everything's back to normal.
Good.
Shit is shooting good.
Okay, good. And then, don't have to worry about anything else.
That's it, man. That's it. No more kids.
Would you suggest to males to do that?
I mean, I would if you don't want kids and, some females are so weary about, birth control. That shit fucks
mm-hmm.
up their body, bro. That's you know what I mean? So, I mean, if they don't want to be on like that and you're, for sure done.
Yeah, why not?
Why not, man? I mean, it's scary as fuck, but I mean,
get the hard part done and
yeah.
You enjoy the benefits for the rest of your life.
That's it. There's good benefits.
Well, always great medical advice here on the Productive Conversations podcast.
For sure.
Yeah, dude. You just gotta be careful at that point. But hey, if you have a real connection with someone, something special, and you don't want any more kids, or you've hit your limit, I probably would participate in that once the time comes.
Yeah, what's funny, man? I was talking to some of my friends, and there were some girls there, and we're talking about how I got it done. I don't know how it was brought up. I didn't bring it up, but someone brought it up. And
how did that ball treatment go for you? Ball surgery.
This one chick was like, I'm seeing this guy, and he told me he has a vasectomy. And then the next words out of her mouth was, he probably just wants to nut in me all the time.
Oh.
And then I was like, well, probably, yeah, and you're probably letting him too, aren't you, But I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you, my tattoo artist has 5 kids, man. My man is shooting shooting fire. So
yeah,
it's like
huh?
he needed it.
It always hits at the right exact time, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So it's, you know.
It's always funny when that, happens, two people liking each other or loving each other, and then, like, I'm not an expert in this field, but, like, sometimes it's all timing that has that perfectly. I assume, again, I have nothing. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just hearing what I heard on TV shows and what I've read, but it's always funny when something like that happens, like the timing.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, if you think about it, man, like, an 80-year-old man could impregnate, like, a fertile woman.
Yeah, right?
But an 80-year-old woman cannot get pregnant from a fertile man. So it's just like, we got the juice, and it's, if we want to cut it off, cut off the juice, that is, then...
Yeah, I've heard some. I think Mick Jagger had a kid in his 70s.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
yeah. The shit don't stop, bro.
Yeah,
we're fucking monsters.
I know one of my friends from high school. His dad was like 69 when he had him. Do you know the comedian Theo Vaughn?
It sounds familiar.
He's like this dude from Louisiana. He's hilarious. His dad had him at 70. It's amazing how that works, huh?
Jeez, yeah, it's wild.
I mean, yeah, when he's 10 years old, his dad's in his 80s.
Yeah, man, he's definitely on Viagra or something. I hope so, otherwise, goddamn.
Oh, man. What is up with this world? Oh, man.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, like, the surgeries and all that, it's been good. Somewhat, it's weird getting cut up, like shoulder-wise and...
Yeah, your body's had quite the experience in the past 6 months, huh?
For real. Since the last time we spoke, it's been like, I think we're supposed to go on, like, earlier, and I was like,
exactly.
Dude, I can't even fucking drive, dude, so.
But hey, we're here now, and you're the first guest in the new era of this show.
This is good. I like it.
Yeah.
I think the pandemic's over, dude.
You do?
Yeah, man. Only because, I mean, like, the hospital is opening up, they're allowing visitors and shit, and, not that many people are dying.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
That's why we have to get vaxxed, even in this, with the Delta variant you hear about coming out and stuff. But
I don't know about all, there's going to be so many different variants. There's going to be a Delta. There's going to be an Echo. It's going to go down, there's going to be a Foxtrot. You know what I mean? It's going to go down the line, probably.
But, like, that's one thing, especially someone who works in the medical field yourself, like, when they say cases going up, it doesn't necessarily mean hospitalizations are going up, right?
Correct. Yeah, that just means people are testing positive.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even know if these people were positive before and then they're still testing positive.
Right.
So that's kind of like, doubling up your numbers.
Exactly.
But again, to me, it's all about the deaths. Like, I mean, if there were, let's say in Connecticut, there was like, 300 people dying every day from the new variant, that's like, oh shit.
That's a problem.
But I think it's like 1, if that, 2. So I mean, it sucks people die. Right. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's not like the numbers before, when it was like, hundreds of people were dying every day, and then the numbers will go up, and then they go down and go up and go down. But I honestly feel, a lot of people are vaccinated already. If you're not vaccinated, you probably had it. You probably have the antibodies, and our bodies are amazing.
Really
so,
are.
I'm back. I've been vaccinated since last year. When people ask me, are you vaccinated since last year, bitch?
Yeah,
get out of here.
Yeah, I became vaccinated Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, nice, dude.
And,
nice.
Like, I heard one story of this person who did test positive, but he made the point, it feels like a cold. I mean, it sucks, I have to be careful, but it's better than suffering in a hospital bed, hence why you have to get this vaccine.
Yeah.
And you know what sucks? The day I got my vaccine, I've said this before, my car broke down on the way to it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, don't do it. I don't know.
It's ironic because I really had to and wanted to, like, before I thought about my car, I just want to get this vax, to get this done, get this era of life over.
Yeah.
And then deal with all the car stuff. I didn't have a car for a week, but, and then 2 months and the car had issues again. I picked it up today.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Hyundais have been,
Hyundai?
Hasn't been, at least mine hasn't been so kind. I've heard mixed reviews on the Hyundai.
Gotcha. Which brand did you get?
I got Moderna.
Sweet. Me too.
Yeah, Moderna boys,
Moderna,
right?
what? Yeah, I like it.
Did you hear this scary update about, again, maybe this could just be media trying to get, clicks and views, but they were saying, like, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is linked to having, like this very rare neurological disease. Again, I don't know how serious that is. That's just a headline.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was that bad, there'd be major recalls.
Yeah. I mean, there was a recall on Johnson & Johnson before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like, you never know. I mean, Johnson & Johnson had, the baby powder, and that shit was, like, giving people cancer.
Oh, my God.
So, I don't know, man. I mean, like...
And they own the Jets.
The only cool about Johnson & Johnson's one-shot deal, But, so, the hospital I work at is actually making it mandatory for all employees. But there's about, 88% are vaccinated. Which is a lot. That's a lot of people.
Yeah,
but only
right.
10% are not. 12% are not.
This is 80% of your hospital or the whole country?
No, the hospital.
Okay.
Dude, if it was 88% of the country, we're fine, dude. We're good to go.
Definitely.
Yeah. But I don't, we live in Connecticut. A lot of people are for science and for vaccinations and, let's just get this shit back to normal where, other states are like, fuck that, I work with people that are like that. Like, I ain't putting that shit in my body. I'm like, all right, man,
Yeah, you do you.
It's all good, I'm like, if anything, it's probably good you don't get it. So if you do get it, at least you could, like, manipulate it in your body system, and, it mutates and gets less and less and less. I don't know how shit works, though, man. I don't know.
It's just so fascinating what we've gone through, and I mean...
It's wild, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
Especially March and April 2020. That...
Yeah, dude. It was like the end of the world, man.
Yeah.
People were outside wearing masks, and no one knew anything. That was the crazy part.
And then you had, like, the social justice summer that followed after. I mean, 2020...
It was brutal, dude.
Was a ride. It's going to be, especially as the years go on, and thinking, what was I thinking at the time? What was I going through? And now back, you could go to the bars again, you could go to sporting events, you go to concerts. It was so impossible a year ago
man.
Now.
You going to any concerts? You got anything lined up?
Not yet, but I really, really want to. I've gone to a couple baseball games, but no concerts yet. Nice. What about you?
I have nothing lined up, man, but in Bridgeport, the new Harbor Yard.
Yeah, that little spider-looking thing over there.
It looks good, dude.
We should go to a show.
Dude, I'll be down, man.
Yeah, any type of show, too.
I'll be down. I had a buddy of mine who saw Sublime with Rome. He took shrooms, dude, and he was, like, bugging out, but it was a good time.
Where was this at?
This is somewhere in New York.
Okay.
This is, like, we were in our 20s, dude. A long time ago. But my friend also went with him, didn't take as much, and was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy, But I want to go to a show, man. I love live music.
Especially now, because everyone's fiending to go on tour right now. Like, everybody.
Dude, what's that dude's name? Bad Bunny?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what the fuck?
I love Bad Bunny.
You do?
Yeah, you don't like him?
I mean, like... They sound like... I don't know. It's not my jam.
Mm-hmm.
But I just heard his tickets were, like, insane.
Like they're starting... He has a show in Bridgeport, the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
300 starting.
Oh, my God. That better come with a few drinks or something,
Literally,
bro.
right?
Like, come on. Oh, my God. 300?
The one that...
Get the fuck out of here. That's like seeing Elvis. You know what I mean? Like, no way.
The one show that I really hope to see is... put in the back of my head, and maybe you're interested to see Rage Against the Machine and Run the Jewels, Madison Square Garden, August 2022.
2022, wow. I don't know the second band, but I love Rage, dude.
Oh, I love Rage Against the Machine.
You know what's funny about them is back in the 90s when they first came out, they weren't popular at all, dude.
Yeah, that's what's it's tough.
They were not popular at all. And then
they were ahead of their time with their music, especially the social justice stuff they were rapping about and stuff. Zach De La Rocha is one of the best live people I've seen on videos and stuff.
You know what I think it was too? I think I mean they had like the whole not that they had a Cypress Hill vibe, but like, you know, the whole rap rock thing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't in when they came out.
Exactly.
And, you know, they're talking about injustice to a bunch of white kids who, like, have no idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
But,
if they came out now, especially last summer, they'd be a top 10 artist.
dude, for real, man. I mean, like, I'm sure they're doing well now, though.
Yeah, I mean, they got 4 shows at Madison Square Garden next August, so.
Yeah, they're doing well. They're doing good. But yeah, man, the last thing I saw live was Sunday. I went to my parents' house, and their next door neighbor has his 60th birthday. He's Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
There's mariachis there, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sounded good.
Yo, what a great sight to see.
I love mariachis. I love the suit, man. I love the suit.
Never gets old or out of style.
Dude, man, it's so good.
I used to play trumpet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
I haven't touched it in like 8 years, but.
I'm sure you could blow that shit.
Yeah, you actually spit it. You spit into the
Oh,
mouthpiece,
really?
actually.
Isn't there like a thing that you could like let the spit out, like a little?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's gross, but you
Yeah.
can pull it. I forgot
cool.
what the thing's called. But pretty much you pull it out, you
Yeah.
blow into it, you get it out, because
That's cool.
it is saliva that just blows in there. Yeah, we're talking about a lot of gross things on the grotesque. That's the word to use.
You know, when I wanted to get married, I either wanted to wear a leather jacket or a mariachi suit.
Hey, you
But
got my support with that.
Well, I did the leather jacket though. Like
Okay.
My legit wedding pictures on the leather jacket.
But yeah, you should really think about that with the Rage Against the Machine, Run the Jewels.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That's a
That'd be
whole
cool.
whole year to save up. And
For sure. How much is this shit, man? Is it like $300?
do you want me to look right now?
Sure.
A year in advance?
Cause goddamn, dude, $300? You fucking wildin' out? That's a lot of money, man.
And you could just feel the rage and power, like all.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so there's August 8th, 9th, 11th, and 12th. I'm looking here, straight from. Let me see if I can get it straight from the site before you hit the second market. It's called the Public Announcement Tour. Yeah, the show was for August 2020, so this is 2 years in the making.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So right here, straight from Ticketmaster, they're starting at $125. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all,
I
actually.
mean, at least you're paying to see people play instruments and not just like, oh, la, la, la.
Yeah, that's the powerful. That's what you love about live music, especially
for
rock
real.
music.
For real.
You actually see legit instrumentation.
Yo,
Oh yeah, this is something worth considering, man.
Are you a fan of Mac Miller?
I like Mac Miller.
So I was at my in-laws' pool and we just played this random playlist on Spotify.
Mhm.
And we heard this song came on called The Spins, and
Spins.
it's from his first album in 2010.
I would play it right now, but we get knocked off YouTube.
It's all
The
good.
copyright
It's
is
all good.
The copyright law sucks.
People check it out because it's actually like my sister-in-law is a big fan of Mac Miller, and was very upset when he passed and all this stuff. I couldn't even bring it up. She's like she was gonna cry. But I told her, I was like, you know, I heard this song from him, and she didn't hear it. She never heard of it. But I've been trying to expand my horizon with him because I like that song a lot. I listened to it like 4 times on the way here.
You know what's great? Mac Miller's, what's that? That NPR did the concerts from the like the library.
Uh-huh.
What is it called? They're very popular. It's like this version, this like generation's MTV Unplugged.
Uh-huh.
What's it called? It's like one of his like world-renowned concerts.
Oh, really?
Tiny Desk concerts. What they call them.
Huh. I never heard of those, dude.
Yeah, it's really cool. You'd especially like it. They have like, I'm just looking at the YouTube right now. I can't wait when this podcast blows up. Then we can have the screen right here like Rogan does. And I can just show everyone. So,
if you want, dude, I have a TV if you want it. I'll give it to you.
Really?
It's a 42-inch flat screen TV.
You don't want or need it?
I mean, if you want to throw me like $10 for it, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, we could definitely talk about
Because you
it.
could probably like just hook it up to your computer and it'll be right there.
Yeah.
And it's a 42 inch. It's fucking huge.
Exactly. Wow. I'll talk to you about that.
For real.
After,
I'll drop
yeah.
it off. It's all good.
This is 65 million views, August 2018. And yeah, just 15-minute concerts of him doing unplugged versions of his songs.
Wow.
He did Small Worlds, What's the Use with Thundercat, 2009. Like here, like some of the others, like Anderson .Paak has done it. Lizzo.
That's pretty cool. This new generation.
Tyler the Creator, T-Pain.
I never heard of any of Tyler the Creator songs. I'm gonna check them out though eventually. I'm still working on the Mac Miller. So me going through the Mac Miller stuff,
right?
There is nothing that sounds like the song that I like from. And then I'm just like, damn, I thought some of his stuff would sound like this song. Because the song sounds like there's a keyboard, there's a guitar, there's drums, there's some singing in it.
Okay.
It sounds fucking cheery as fuck.
So there's legit, again, instrumentation.
Yeah.
Not off the computer.
And it's just like, the way he rolls off it, it's not depressing, it's really happy. He's obviously fucked up in it. But it's a good song, I dig it. I dig it a lot.
Ooh, wow.
I dig it enough to where I'm talking about it.
Right.
The Spins, 2010, 11 years ago.
Don't miss it, everybody.
Don't check it out.
And has there been any artists that people have told you, I'm going to put you onto this? Nah, this person's going to suck. Or this group, whether they wound up like, you really liked it. Was there any groups like that for you?
Yeah, you mind if I look it up?
Definitely.
There's,
I don't mind, I should say.
One of the nurses I work with told me about this band. Let me just look them up. I think they're called like Coyote something.
Coyote.
Bear with me. I think they're from like Britain or something, bro.
Yo, the British really do, for years, have always given us great music, huh?
The crazy thing is that the Brits, they take stuff from us, and then we're like, oh, you know, like look at the Beatles, man.
Yeah.
All the Beatles idols were
blues artists.
Yeah, from the States.
Like, you know Muddy Waters?
Yeah, dude.
He was a major. I think his song Rolling Stone was inspired the Rolling Stones to name after.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually was, it's weird. Dude, I'm not going to be able to find this shit. They spell coyote differently.
Is it with like a K?
I don't know, man. Let me see if I liked one of their songs. Nah, I ain't gonna fucking find it. I'll ask the nurse but the music that the band that she told me about, they're from Britain, I believe they're from Britain, and they have like an Erykah Badu type of vibe.
Okay. Which
is very like, you know, soul and like, I don't know, it's good. I dig it a lot. It's something you could really drink wine to.
Oh, okay.
That's in my opinion. That's the vibe I get. Wine, maybe have a smoke, I don't know.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I dig it.
Have a candle in the background.
Maybe. You know, getting warmed up, some love making, possibly.
Nothing but.
Let's hope.
Yo, I want to ask you something.
What's up, dude?
When it comes, you know, since the last time we talked in our home state of Connecticut.
Yeah.
They legalized
weed. Yeah.
How about it? Who would have thought? Did you think the day would have ever came that the state of Connecticut, and also, I mean, all the surrounding states, you have New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
These places legalize cannabis for good, of recreational use. And by this time next year, you'll even have dispensaries.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, man?
I mean, like, I think it's awesome. I mean, if you put things in the context, like, do people really think everyone's going to be high as fuck all the time? No.
Exactly.
You know, like, think about Prohibition. Well, Prohibition, I guess people were fucked up for like a good month after they, you know, allowed everything open. But, I mean, if you look at drinking versus smoking, we're talking about two different elements here.
Yeah,
so many
different
people,
ways to treat your body too.
Like you could smoke a pound of weed, you'd probably fall asleep. But if you drink a fucking gallon of liquor, it's either you're gonna die or kill someone.
Yeah.
You know? Or you really have a big problem. But I think it's good. I mean, like, we talk from the politics standpoint, they're gonna tax the fuck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they could put all that tax money into schools, they could put into the fucking roads, they could put it into anything that needs it, you know? So I think that right there is a huge benefit. I don't know if you remember, but I think they were going to do tolls in Connecticut.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So, hey, man, that should be off the fucking table. If this is legal.
We're not Jersey.
Yeah, like, let it go. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing. I think it's going to be a whole different environment about, like, let's take, for instance, my generation of people, of potheads, and you have to do it undercover.
Yep.
You have to, you're smoking and you've got to be undercover about it. Where now it's like, what about these kids who are 18?
Oh my God,
it's
right?
Just gonna be like whatever. It's like, oh yeah, like it's gonna be a whole different vibe of it, where it's not gonna be like how it used to be.
Yeah, and you'd also all the incarcerations that can be reversed out from this,
dude.
and fixing those injustices. It's a big deal, and
yeah.
it's like the hundreds of millions of times, like throughout the decades of my love for cannabis and stuff, that can finally change, and you can now see that it's not as bad. It never was as bad as they made it to be. I think it was back in the 30s when they outlawed it. They made it seem like it was, heroin or was the worst thing in the world. But no, I mean, the medical benefits, it helps both mentally and physically.
Yeah.
The stuff in enjoyment. And of course, there's people who definitely aren't meant to be pot smokers, and you definitely can abuse it as any other vice in this world.
Yeah.
But this was a great thing for so many different reasons, and you can finally, focus on other issues that, the world of politics can harp on, instead of somebody who's just trying to chill and relax,
Yeah, and it's like, the people who smoke a lot of pot, it's like, I mean, they're not hurting anybody.
Literally, man, the friendly stoner.
Yeah, like if anything, they'll say, hey man, what's up? You have a glass of water, some food? Nah, okay man, that's cool. It's like, if you take someone who's a raging alcoholic, it's like,
it's bad. Like,
right in the face, they're ready to smash you, You never know. You never know with an angry, drunk person, like, what's going to happen.
Exactly. And, I mean, if you, like, really black out on alcohol, I mean, it's crazy how you make so many bad decisions, you write so many stupid texts, and you don't remember a thing. 9 times out of 10, you can have way more control off pot than anyone. And anyone who says they just didn't smoke the pot, or they're just naive. Like, it really baffles me when people make shit up like that. Like, even the scientifically, how could you do these things that you claim if you're smoking pot and you're mind altering and whatever?
Yeah.
Like, no, I have a good friend, the same person who broke my glass, and he was like, weed is mind altering. He's like, what is that? Like, if you take hallucinogens, that's mind altering.
Yeah.
And then he's never had it once. Not even an edible.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, do your research. Or just take a little hit, or even the smallest edible. You're just more relaxed. And,
but then again, it may alter his mind to, like, look at things differently.
Yeah, like that. The word alter has to be.
Yeah.
It's a semantics thing at that point.
But I mean, like, at the same time, I think if anything, you kind of look more in depth into it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you overanalyze it, get paranoid about it.
Yeah, that's the one thing. No one likes to be paranoid.
Yeah, but, like, now that it's legal, what do you have to be paranoid for? Like...
Yeah, literally, there's no reason to be scared anymore. If you are on weed. That you're just thinking about the decisions you made in the past.
Yeah.
The girl that you almost had. The job you almost got. You're gonna stress yourself out if you do that.
Yeah.
Now that it's legalized in 19 of these states of the United States, almost half.
Yep.
Let's now focus it on. They should do it federally. I know one of the Supreme Court justices, I think Clarence Thomas, even admitted, like, yeah, this is pretty outdated.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if you ever heard about this, dude, but I think they originally said, like, when they made it illegal in the 1930s, one of the speculations was it was making white women attracted to black men. Have you heard about that?
I actually heard, I've heard something like that, and it just shows how, awful people used to be back in the day.
I kind of looked it up and was like, wow, that kind of pushed it. That kind of really pushed it. So that right there is like, oh my god. Man.
Exactly.
Like, come on. But if you tell a doctor that, they won't believe it. They won't research it. You know.
Exactly. There's so much more research into it
Yeah.
now, and all the money you can make up from lost in COVID, just do it for that reason,
Yeah.
if anything.
I mean, if you even you know, what's that? There was that track runner who just like.
Yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah, like, dude, like, it's not
Literally
even.
not.
If she's smoking weed, like, that doesn't benefit her.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's literally not
mentally.
performance enhancing.
Yeah, it's like, but then if you think about it, it's like, what if they said, well, it is kind of. It's like, well, if it is, why is it illegal?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, peeps,
Unbelievable.
come on. But I think it's a good thing. I mean, I know a lot of people are against it, but I always tell them, like, listen,
They're squares.
you're not gonna find a stoner who's gonna like try to rob you. You know, they may ask you for like some money or some water, some food. They may say hi. You know, you may think they're hitting on you. In reality, they're just trying to be polite. I don't know.
Right.
So I mean, it'll be good. It'll be good for the state. They're gonna see a lot of money, and this is all cash, bro. This ain't credit. This is cash.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, it's gonna be a moneymaker. It's gonna be a big moneymaker. The only thing that sucks is like, you know, if you look at New York, when New York legalized it, they're like, yeah, you smoke in the street, it's all good. But I don't think in Connecticut you could do it as freely.
Really?
As I haven't looked into it.
Me neither. I know at least possession. I think it's like it's like only an ounce and a half, which is still plenty.
Yeah, that's a lot of weed, bro.
Yeah, like compared to New York's 3 ounces, that's nuts.
If you're walking with 3 ounces in New York, I mean, like, dude, what do you got going on?
Yeah,
like, I want to party with
like
you.
$600 worth of weed, right?
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. You know,
And
that's like a book bag. You know.
But yeah, I think it's at least an ounce and a half. Dispensaries by May 2022. At least that's what they said. I think I heard a rumor about in Norwalk, across from Kohl's, they were looking into making that a dispensary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And
or
Utopia, especially. Wait till Utopia, huh?
I actually asked, you know, Stoked in Bridgeport. It's like on the Bridgeport-Fairfield line.
I'm not familiar, but it sounds awesome. I'm stoked to hear about it.
Yeah, they're a head shop, and you know, they have a lot of glass, a lot of accessories and shirts. Very hippie vibe. They have like glass blowing classes sometimes. So it's like a whole type of culture there. And I asked them, it's like, you guys going to, you know, jump on? And they're like, nah, it's really expensive, and you know.
Even to sell it, huh?
Yeah, they're like, it would cost like $100,000 to $1 million. They don't. It's in that range to get like your license to like to do it. So it's like, oh well, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, I guess more like rural Connecticut, where they can actually grow the crops, is where.
Yeah. Well,
I see that kind of you know, again, where you can acquire it.
Yeah, there's actually, I have a lot of I have like 2 buddies that are like, you know, now that it's legal, they're like, you know, I'll teach you how to grow. You know?
Right.
And it's like, it's gonna be a whole thing, dude. It's gonna be a whole thing. There's gonna be a line for animals, you know, to get your animals a little high so they can chill the fuck out. If you have like a little, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a whole thing, dude. It's gonna be nuts.
Are you somebody who's more of a flower type of guy compared to like liquids and dabs, or vice versa?
Dude, last time I took a dab, I was hanging out with all my boys, dude. Dude, I couldn't fucking talk for like an hour.
Yeah, I'm not really into the dabs.
I couldn't talk for an hour, dude.
Not really.
Yeah. I think that's something you have to build up to.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do it every day, and then after a month, you're kind of like there to like take it as a champ.
Literally, yeah. I mean, I've had my experiences, and I have friends who are all about the dab instead of the flower, but I'm more of a flower type person.
Yeah, flower. I like flower. Flower is good. You know, it's pretty.
Literally, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like, you know, it's the most natural way.
And
I dig it.
Yeah, and you know, we're just gonna be interesting to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Where will the first dispensaries be in Connecticut? You really can't in the tri-state area. You have to go to Mass. If you go in Bridgeport, they have that billboard on 95 that tells you.
Yep.
Right in
Liberty.
Springfield.
I think it's called Liberty.
Yeah.
Destination, right above Springfield. So I actually been to Massachusetts once, the dispensary.
What was it like?
Life-changing.
Really?
It was very.
Could you walk us through like your exact experience from you park in the car? What happens
next? So we parked in the car. You know, there's a little line. You walk through a door. they take your ID. It's a
Mhm.
glass, like very secure. The guy takes your ID and scans it, looks at you, you know, gives you back the ID, presses a button, then the door opens. So it's like, oh wow, and then the door like closes behind you, and you can't go out that way.
Okay.
And then everything is, you know, because of COVID, everything's glassed off. You know, everyone's wearing a mask, and you just walk up to, it's like your own concierge, and you know, he's like, hey, what's up? You know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, they actually really expect you to know what you want.
Yeah, like a sativa or an indica,
yeah.
you have to know your name.
Yeah, but there's so many options, and I was like, dude, this is my first time ever. And he's like, oh, sweet dude, you know, well, what do you want flour, you want this, you want a little bit of everything. He's like, you know, if you look here, like, this is a good thing. He just started talking, dude, and I didn't hear anything he was saying. And, you know, they have menus on the wall, and they tell you the prices, this and that, and it's very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. I felt like a kid in a candy store.
Literally, huh?
Yeah. But, you know, I picked out a few things, this and that, and, you know, we check out. You can use cash or debit, but not credit.
Interesting.
And, you know, everything, their system adds up, so you can't buy more than an ounce. So if you go over, it's like, well, we could take this away and this and that.
Interesting.
And they put it in a bag, wrap it up. I was there probably for like 15 minutes, you know, but everyone was in and out. And the cool thing about it, too, is you see all walks of life. You see young people. You see old people. You see gangsters. You see hippies. You see people who...
The suits, huh?
Yeah. Like, it's whatever. There's a cop driving by. It's whatever. It's all good, you know? And, you know, after you purchase everything, they seal it up in a bag. And that's that. You just don't open it up, and you walk out, and it was wild, man. It was cool. It was really cool. I feel like to open up a business like that, one, you have to know your shit about it, you know. I mean, there's so much science to it, too. Like, they gave me a booklet about, like, tinctures about, like, adding lemon and lavender, and how it was wild, dude. It was wild.
Yeah, you get those official, like, those weed pouches that,
Yeah.
like, zip up now.
Yeah,
And sometimes the plug will give you it just straight from there, but...
Yeah. It was really cool. And then, you know, as soon as we walked out, I was just like, wow, man, I can't believe, like, that happened. You know? Because it felt so wrong, but at the same time, it was just like, it was so professional.
Yeah.
It was so, like...
I think that's a good word to use,
yeah, it was very professional.
And then, like, your time, like, you were saying that, you know, you used to have to hide it. You have to go in the weirdest places.
That's why I probably felt the way I felt.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, you know, oh, this is out in the open. There's cops driving by. Like, everything's hickory-dickory.
Woo, woo.
Yeah. It's whatever, you know.
I know there was one thing I read with Connecticut, like, even the smell of it, you can't call the police on anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, man, I when I go on my walks, dude, I smell that shit all the time, dude. There's people...
Yeah, I smell it over here. I smell it, especially in New York City. Like, it's just a new scent of life.
Yeah, I mean...
No judgmental... I mean, of course, you have your judgmental people being weird, but...
Yeah. I mean, what smells worse, cigarettes or that? I don't know.
Yeah, right?
I mean, honestly, though, that's a serious question. I don't know what smells worse.
What is worse?
I mean, I feel like the weed is a little more potent, but the cigarettes are a little, like, more lingering. I don't know.
And there's more carcinogens in the air. Like, secondhand smoke's a thing. Like, I happened to be at Foxwoods this past weekend, and they have that one area, the smoking area.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wow, this is awful. You just put all these smokers at once.
Yeah.
Like, I can feel the cancer coming, trying to attack you, man.
Yeah.
And we would just be like a lot of cigarette smokes. I think like it's baffling. It's bad for your lungs. But these weed smoke is just like, I mean, not saying it's like cologne, but you know, it's way more soothing than that.
Yeah, I hear you. My only concern with this whole like weed thing is like kids. But then again, it's like it's just the same thing with cigarette smoke. You're not gonna blow smoke in a kid's face
unless you're an asshole.
Exactly, and then I'm pretty sure you get punched in the face for that shit eventually.
Right?
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, there's all these worries for it, but at the same time, I think it'll work out.
I think so too.
Yeah, of course it will. I mean, like, look at California.
Yeah.
Thriving. Look at Massachusetts. Look at New York. Everyone's. I wonder what the crime rates are in New York now since they legalized it.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, Yeah. That may have nothing to do with it. But I'm just saying. You never know.
Just chill to the next episode.
Yeah,
the one dispensary I did go to was also in California. I went to LA, Inglewood, and that was pretty hood over there.
Yeah.
But same thing, it looks sketchy, I mean, what this place is, like the environment. Give the ID, scary looking security guard looks you down, and you just go in, and it's just like any other store.
Yeah, it's just like, oh.
You get your pre-rolls, you could just get your flour.
Yeah.
It's cool, these new type of blunt wraps they have.
Yeah.
Where it has a little pouch, it's like a little hammer.
Yeah.
And you just have the ground weed and you push it in there,
Yeah.
and it's literally a cigar.
It's cool, man. It's cool. Things have changed. I mean, I think the first time I smoked was out of like a metal pipe that was bent.
Oh my god.
But now it's like, it's...
Yeah, the first time I did it was it was college. It was at a fraternity event I was at. And yeah.
Yeah.
Where we are now talking about the legalization from that. And that was
cool, man.
6 years ago. And like I said, this is the right thing for so many different reasons, in my opinion. And
I mean, it's not going to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
So.
Only will hurt the people who think it'll hurt them.
Correct.
Yo, Louie, I was wondering, what were like some of your favorite shows you liked as a kid? Like, what was your prime period? I was watching I'm watching this short documentary series on sitcoms. I mean, these are more adult ones, but it's really interesting to see how far the sitcom has evolved. All the new characters, the justices they talk about.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating to see how far the sitcom is going. Now, I don't know if the sitcom is as big as much of an impact as it used to, though there's still great shows out there if you want to find it. But I remember, like, I associate sitcoms as a kid. Like, I feel like I grew up, late 90s, early 2000s, late 2000s. That's when sitcoms had a good booming period.
Yeah.
And, like, when I see a sitcom, I feel like I'm a kid again.
Gotcha.
I was wondering what were some shows you liked as a kid.
I mean, I've always watched, like, Family Matters.
The great Steve Urkel.
Full House. I've watched.
Full House. Oh, the special messages after every episode.
Is it Growing Pains that had the Thicke guy? Robin Thicke's father was in it? Was it
Alan Thicke, Kirk Cameron.
Yeah.
A very young Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, I watched that. Home
in
Improvement, I watched.
Ooh. Yeah, like when I see stuff like that, I think about me being a kid.
Yeah, and then, I mean, like, I always watch the Kings of Queens, Everyone Loves Raymond. That's only because of my parents, though, But the Boy Meets World, dude.
Ooh,
Boy Meets World. They used to be on TGIF, man. They don't have TGIF anymore.
No, they don't.
But that was the shit, dude.
I was watching a random, I was killing time on it was in the pandemic, so nothing to do. And I was like looking through Boy Meets World. It was like the alcohol episode. The first time Corey showed alcohol for the first time. Pretty much the famous couple of Corey and Topanga.
Yeah.
They broke up, going to a party, and you could see him trying to be drunk.
Yeah.
And like he was drinking, and then you hear the sitcom crowd like, "Oh," hitting a bottle of whiskey in his voice, Sean.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so like cringy, but yet so entertaining. It just. You can't just have a little butt smirk from that.
Yeah. I think Disney Plus has all the Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's who has it. I like it.
I think that's where I watched it, too.
Yeah.
And
the Wonder Years. I watched all the Wonder Years.
They're bringing that back.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wow.
With reboot with
I like
Black
that
Panther.
a lot. I like that a lot. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's one of your favorite movie quotes?
What's one of my favorite? Where do I start?
I know there's a lot, but like...
Ooh, this is great. You're getting my juices flowing. Movie quote. I put it in two categories. One, the absolutely dumb, ridiculous lines.
Yeah.
Like from Air Bud. Well, it doesn't say there's no line. It doesn't say there's no rule that a dog can't play basketball. Or like Happy Gilmore's "You suck, you jackass."
Yeah.
Or then I'll see like real deep movie lines, like Godfather is, I'll give it an offer we can't refuse.
Yeah.
Jaws, we're gonna need a bigger boat. So I really split them up for that. The absolute ridiculous things.
Yeah.
The oh hi Mark from The Room, and then just like wow, like real deep ones.
Yeah.
Cool Hand Luke. Seems here we got failure to communicate. I'm like all over the place. Like that's one thing that I like about my love of film is that I really can enjoy the pretentious art house film.
Yeah.
But I love a dumb movie. I really
Yeah.
do.
You know what's one of my favorite quotes?
What's that?
Is, shall we shag now or shall we shag later?
From the great Austin Powers. Talk about a quotable movie.
I love that shit, man.
Oh, behave.
I love that shit.
Dude, what was it? They had the one character. So obviously the spoof of Austin Powers is James Bond.
Yeah.
They had Pussy Galore in the James Bond, and then the Austin Powers was a lot of vagina.
Yep. Yep.
You know what's a funny Austin Powers line? Is mole, 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 mole,
Yeah.
mole, mole.
That was one of the Savage brothers, right?
Yeah, Fred
Yeah,
Savage
yeah.
did that.
Yeah. Dude, man, did you listen to the podcast with Quentin Tarantino?
Oh, yes,
Oh
I
my
did.
God,
With Joe
dude.
Rogan.
Dude.
3 hours of epicness.
Dude, that was awesome.
You know what's also good? If you ever listen to Mark Maron, he went on his podcast too for another hour talking
Mark
about
Maron?
different things. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's right here. I got Joe Rogan there.
Nice, dude.
Quentin Tarantino. I got Quentin Tarantino here. You know, of course, you have to have all the greats.
Yeah, dude. I didn't know. So one of my favorite movies is True Romance.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
Christian
so-
Slater, Patricia.
Dude, the cast is there's Brad Pitt's in it.
James Gandolfini.
Dude, there's so many great actors in it. But I knew he was the writer, but
Yeah, he wrote it.
Just to hear his story about it, it's actually the first movie that my wife and I watched together. Was True Romance.
Wow, what a idea! There's a couple movie.
Yeah. So I mean, it was
very
good.
violent.
Yeah, it
But
was good.
Hell of a ride.
And then just him, Elvis is in it too. Like I fucking love Elvis. But that movie was so great. What would you say like your top 5 movies would be? I know that's tough to put in. I know my all-time favorite is Romeo and Juliet with Leo. I love that movie. Old School is up there.
Oh, I love Old School.
Pulp Fiction is in there. True Romance. And probably Biodome. I don't know if you...
Biodome. This is with
Biodome.
Pauly Shore, right?
Pauly Shore and
Pauly
one of
Shore.
the Baldwins.
He's fascinating to see. Like Pauly Shore, like in the '90s, he was a huge deal.
He was, man.
And I think he has a cult following to him.
Yeah.
And he's interesting on, when he goes on the podcast sphere and stuff. Famous Mom, the comedy show, which I actually went to in LA. It was a good
Oh,
time.
did you? Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
I
Nice.
went to what they call the original room,
Uh-huh.
and I saw Damon Wayans do a set.
Oh, nice, dude.
Did 45 minutes, and before Jesus Trejo, who I think is going to be big time
Yeah.
comic, he opened for him. It was a good time.
Nice, dude.
But to answer your question about the top 5 movies, so I have this. I posted this during the pandemic when I was bored. I actually made my top 10 movies. And I feel this is pretty similar even to now. So I would have to say I really like Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing.
Okay.
On the Waterfront, which is a really old Marlon Brando movie, pretty much about work, standing up to the man, all that. I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood a lot.
Yeah? That was
Yeah.
a good movie.
Really great. I
That's
have
good.
a reference there.
I
There's
see
right
it.
there. And also, I would have to say Toy Story, really big movie. I love Toy Story.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Toy Story was good, dude.
And it's never gets old. And my absolute favorite movie never changes. Always The Departed.
Departed?
Scorsese's Departed is over
Yep.
there. Amazing cast: Leo, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And probably Jack Nicholson's last really great role
Yeah.
in the Scorsese directing. But all of the movies. I love Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I like Reservoir Dogs. I know going the Tarantino sphere, but
Yeah.
like that's my type of movie. I mean, I'm all about pop culture references, and I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
I love Borat, Goodfellas. I go on and on. But the one movie that will always stay consistent is probably The Departed. How would you
Departed.
answer that?
How I like The Departed?
Yeah.
I've seen it like twice. I like it. It's not like my it's not my top favorite.
But it's always a good movie.
It is a good movie. It is a good movie. It's a serious movie.
Yes.
It's
Very,
serious.
very
I'm not
serious.
a serious guy, so. But I mean, like, I won't lie, man. I've watched Austin Powers once a week since like.
Silly.
Yeah, like 4 months since in 4 months. I don't know why.
I don't blame you. It's
I don't know
hilarious.
why. I just love it. I just love it.
That's in a time where we see so many movies coming back.
Yeah.
We have so many, the next sequel 20 years later.
Yeah.
That has to be one. I know he's coming back with a Netflix movie, Mike Myers' first movie
is
in
he?
almost 12 years. Yeah.
Wow, dude. He hasn't been around.
Yeah, the Love Guru killed his career.
I bet, dude. That was with Jessica Alba too, right? She was in that?
Tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
You want to hear a funny story about who I thought was Mike Myers? You ever seen the movie Four Christmases? Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon, the director of Iron Man's in it.
Okay, yeah. Jon Favreau.
So Reese Witherspoon's mom is dating a pastor, Pastor Phil. And I'm like, who the fuck is this Pastor Phil guy? He looks like Mike Myers. So I look him up, and it's this guy, Dwight Yoakam or whatever. And I'm listening to Matthew McConaughey had this little podcast on Spotify.
I love Matthew McConaughey.
And he played this country song called "1,000 Miles," I believe it's called. And I'm listening to it, dude. It is fucking country. It's like hillbilly country, very like it is country. And then I look it up, and I'm like, holy fuck, it's Dwight Yoakam who sings that song. So then I do all this research, and I'm like, dude, Dwight Yoakam was a huge country singer back in the late 80s and early 90s. And he's an actor now, and he did that small part in fucking Four Christmases. My mind was blown. This is like a week apart. So things like that really resonate with me, because that's, like, what are the chances, dude? For me to hear something and not know the name, and then for me to see the guy, and I'm just, like, curious about him, and then it's like, it's the same thing. This happened to me with the song Hybrid Moments by the Misfits, which is a classic Misfits song. But the first time I ever heard that song was by Idiot Pilot. And I love that song, and it's just the tone of it, and then I hear the Misfits sing, and I'm like, wait a minute, I heard this before. And this is like when I was 16. This is recent. This is like within the last year that I like put the two together. And I'm like, dude, I heard this song before. I'm like, oh my god, this is the Idiot Pilot song. They fucking cover this song. This is the original song that I'm listening to.
It's funny how you can adapt things to different genres. You ever hear Alien Ant Farm's Smooth Criminal?
Yeah, dude. I love it.
What other some like insane covers, like
completely
different genres?
Faith by Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit and George Michael.
That's a good one.
What do you think of Limp Bizkit?
Oh, dude, I fucking love Limp Bizkit. Dude, listen to this. Everything that's out right now, all the, the rappers pretending to be rock stars and all that, that's Limp Bizkit, dude.
Yeah, that new metal wave.
Yeah, like
Korn is another one.
Yeah.
Rage Against the Machine.
But Limp Bizkit, like, I don't mind them at all. I'm not ashamed to say it. I know a lot of people don't like them.
I like Limp Bizkit.
But I love Limp Bizkit. I did it all for the nookie.
Yeah.
So you take that cookie.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, dude.
Or there's a song called Rollin' Beat.
There's In Together Now with Method Man. You know that song?
End Together, Method Man. I have to look that up, but that sounds intriguing.
Soon to see the boss cross and stranded in the land of the lost. Dude, it's so good, man. It's so good. You know what's funny? My favorite band, the Deftones, were playing for MTV, and they wanted them to play at a beach. You know how they used to have like the beach,
spring break and stuff. Yeah.
And they were like, we're not like beach like music like that.
Yeah, right.
So they like declined it, and that's when they had Limp Bizkit come in.
Oh.
So it's like, not that they missed their mark to sell out, but they were like, this isn't us. And then that's when Limp Bizkit blew up, and the Deftones kind of laid low their entire careers.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I don't know, you saw HBO's doing a documentary on Woodstock 99.
Oh, are they? Dude.
July 23rd is when it drops.
July 23rd?
Yeah, so they're doing a new show. It's called Music Box. If you've seen ESPN's 30 for 30,
Yeah.
it's like the music equivalent. They're doing on HBO. Same exact creator, Bill Simmons.
Nice.
Right here. So they're gonna do a. Let me look it up with the other one. So the first one they're doing is Woodstock '99.
Dude, Woodstock 99 was crazy.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I mean, so terrible how it all panned out, but it is fascinating what happened and, like, you know,
Yeah, they had
corporate influence on a big concert like that.
Dude, they had I think one of the lineups was like, it was like Kid Rock, Alanis Morissette, and then like Korn, like, and it was out of this world.
Weird.
Like the different genres, you know.
You had so here this was the Saturday night from the main stage. It went like you said. This is weird. So I have it right here. They went from the Tragically Hip to Kid Rock, Wyclef Jean, Counting Crows,
Jesus Christ,
Dave Matthews Band, Alanis Morissette,
DMX. Is DMX next? No.
DMX was not on this night. He was at the show. He performed, according to this, he wound up performing. Wow, why can't I find? He did, because there's that famous clip of him, you know.
I can't hear y'all.
Doing Rough Riders theme.
Dude, I love that shit, dude.
Wow, they do not have, okay, he wound up performing the Friday. So this is the Saturday. The Friday went, before I go into more, the Friday went Sheryl Crow, DMX, The Offspring, Korn, and then Bush.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
Could
you imagine seeing that lineup?
I love The Offspring.
You know what they should have done? I know Bush was really big back in the day, but Korn should have fucking headlined that shit.
Yeah, Korn opened up for Bush, technically.
Yeah.
But the Saturday one went from Limp Bizkit to Rage Against the Machine, and they opened up for Metallica to close it out.
Damn.
And then the Saturday, this one's weird. Sunday went Elvis Costello, Jewel, Creed, and then they opened for the Chili Peppers, who closed it out.
Goddamn. Goddamn. Creed.
Are you someone who's like, Creed is a corny, sucking band?
You know,
like a Nickelback?
The one thing, and I'll give Creed credit, I like Creed, you know. They're like, one of their albums, Can I Take You Higher? But,
they had Robbie Krieger of the Doors play with them.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Bass player.
Dude, Fred Durst was talking shit about Creed, and then the lead singer of Creed was like, let's fight. Like, let's duke it out.
Yeah, why
like,
not?
If you wanna talk, I'll do the walk. Let's, you know. And then Fred was like, nah, I'm good. And it's like, well, shut the fuck up then. So I like that about Creed. I like that he was down to, like, throw down. I always like that. I think he's still doing some shit, man. I don't know if he's like some Christian type of rock music now, but I know he's still making songs. I don't follow him, but I looked him up on Instagram because I was just curious, you know. But I know he's still around.
Yeah. Back to the Music Box series.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do the first one. It's gonna be Woodstock. About that story, it says here. The copy tells the story of Woodstock '99, music festival promoted to echo unity and counterculture idealisms of the original 1969 concert, but instead devolved into riots, looting, and sexual assaults. Directed by Garrett Price, who did Love and Tasha, documentary premieres on July 23rd. So the other, if you want, they're really quick, if I can read to you.
Yeah.
The next one is Jaggered, which is about Alanis Morissette, documentary on Alanis Morissette. It's an intimate exploration of Alanis Morissette and her groundbreaking album, Jaggered Little Pill. Did you like that album?
I like Alanis Morissette. I like her.
The next one, DMX, a film with rare access to the late rapper after his release from prison, portrait of a man struggling with addiction, fame, and his inner demons in the final years of his life. The next one, a documentary on Kenny G. An examination of the most popular instrumentalist of all time, and why he is polarizing to so many. How do you feel about Kenny G? What comes to mind when you hear Kenny G?
I think of elevator music, dude.
He is the most famous instrumentalist.
Yeah.
In fact, really next to like if you want to go back to the jazz age, but
I think he has like a world record of like the longest note held. I think it's for like hours. Like he like
I'm gonna
did.
do that right now.
Yeah, like I think he. What did he play? The flute or saxophone?
He played the alto sax.
Okay, so I think he like held a note like.
It says it right here, 45 minutes and 47 seconds.
That's a long time, dude. That's a lot of sucking and blowing.
But somebody took it over. Femi Kuti took it over at 46:38.
Is that a chick or a dude?
We quit. Femi Kuti.
I hope it's a chick.
Assuming I'm saying the name right, is a man.
Oh, all right.
Nigerian musician.
Yeah.
And then the last two, Mr. Saturday Night. The untold story of Robert Stingwood, how he amped the disco era. Like his claim to fame was, he owned both the record rights to a lot of disco artists, 80s and stuff, but he also owned the movie soundtrack. So there's cash on cash on cash.
Gotcha.
And the last one is one about Juice WRLD. You know the rapper Juice WRLD.
Yeah, I heard of him, man, but
he's somebody who really passed away sadly, only 22, but he really was able to combine, both rock and rap. But I think successfully. A lot of people like him today, and
dude, it's sad when musicians die that young.
Yeah. Do you remember? I'm sorry, you were saying?
No, go ahead.
I was like, do you remember which musician's death affected you the most?
Michael Jackson, probably.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Dude, I was at Alive at 5 in Stanford.
Really?
Yeah.
Were people like, oh my god?
Yeah, people were crying and shit. And then the sad thing was, the next time I went to Alive at 5, I saw Sugar Ray, and Chester fucking died from Linkin Park.
Oh man.
And I was like, dude, I don't know if I should go to these fucking things
Yeah,
anymore.
dude. And you said, that was a sad day. I remember that too.
But it was cool to see Sugar Ray, man. Sugar Ray was cool.
I remember when Michael Jackson died, I was at a graduation party. Oh, well, not graduation. It was a 8th grade promotion party.
Yeah.
And I was the DJ, and I put Michael Jackson songs on that very morning.
Nice.
Like, we have the Thriller album. This was before I could just get off Spotify. And that's how I got my music. I would go to the library. I'd literally take out 40 CDs.
Nice.
I remember one time it was literally the most I ever did was 53. And I was like, has anyone ever done this much? And the librarian was so annoyed. He said, nope. I'm like, okay. Held my iPod at the time, so who cares?
Yeah. Dude, Michael Jackson was awesome.
Yeah.
He has so many good songs. I know the whole, like, thing with molesting kids or whatever, but, like, I don't know, man. Like, I've seen, like, the documentaries, and it's like, I'm not saying he did it, I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm just saying he was a good musician.
Yeah.
He's a good dancer. That, This Is It, I don't know if you ever seen This Is It. That was going to be phenomenal, dude.
It's so sad that they never got to see. Imagine you got to say that you went to that show out in London and stuff.
And the most, I felt bad for the people that were around him for that show. Because they all were like, I want to dance with Michael Jackson. Like,
how can you there's no one bigger to dance with in pop music.
And
literally
then it's
nobody.
just like, he dies and it's like, it's all over. But it was a good one. I love that one.
Great documentary.
Yeah.
What's your favorite music documentary? I was looking at this list. There was a lot of ones about these bands that I personally never heard of, and like obviously you're aficionado. We could look it up right after. Like there was these bands, like some really dark subjects, like bands breaking up and fighting. I really can't think, and I can't play it because I'll get kicked off YouTube from it. But you ever see? The Talking Heads?
I know the Talking Heads.
There's Stop Making Sense. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's good.
Awesome music. Yeah. What happens is pretty much it starts out with one guy, the main David Byrne, and he just brings his bass player on, then his drummer, and then he brings a person on every song, and the band grows, and it's just so epic.
Oh, that's very cool. He's the guy that the Talking Heads. What's the song that they sing?
Burning Down the House is popular.
Burning Down. What's another one? There's
Once in a Lifetime's big.
There's
Psycho Killer.
Psycho Killer. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He used to wear he had like shoulder pads. He used to do like weird dances. Yeah, dude. That's
amazing
cool.
musician.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like the Talking Heads.
Me too. Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to think of like a documentary on music, and nothing's really coming to mind.
You know what's a good one? Rattling Home from YouTube.
YouTube?
One.
Yeah. I seen the Foo Fighters one. That one was really good.
Yeah, they have the new one. They had the first Concertmaster Square Garden post-pandemic.
Oh, really?
They're releasing a doc on
cool.
that.
What the drummer was? The drummer from Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, Taylor Hawkins.
Yeah.
He's the drummer of
Yeah.
Foo Fighters. You know, I was talking with someone about how Dave Grohl's like the last mainstream major rock star. In a way, like on a mainstream level.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder that response. He probably realizes that. Like, I feel like a majority of people have heard of the name David Grohl, you know?
Yeah, I mean, dude, he was, Nirvana for one.
Yeah.
For even him to bounce from Nirvana to Foo Fighters is...
His career could have
amazing.
Been done right there. He could have just rolled it out like Chris Novoselic seems to. I know he became like a politician or something.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
You know Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah. Of course.
I'm not that big of a fan. I don't know if you remember, but he said like a couple years ago was talking trash to Eminem.
Yeah, yes.
And then Eminem destroyed him, and then took a year hiatus, and then now he's like doing like pop music. I don't like that shit, bro.
Same, yeah,
I don't like that.
He should have started out as one.
Yeah, it's good though. Like it's good for him. Don't get me wrong. And I could see like all these teeny boppers liking it and all that. And Travis Barker is all into it, this and that. But I just think Travis Barker, like, he just wants to collab with. He collabs with so many people.
He did Post Malone. And they did that Nirvana covers concert. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I love Travis Barker, but I'm not a fan of MGK just because like it's kind of like the whole he was a rapper, and then now he's like some rock star, like pop punk rock star.
Yeah, make up your mind, bro.
Doesn't make sense to me, man. I don't dig it. Good for him though. He's making money.
Nice work if you can get it, right?
And he's having sex with Megan Fox. So.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying.
He's only like 28.
She's up there.
Hey,
35, 38.
If you could win her heart, I don't blame you.
Money talks, bro. All right.
Dude, man, we've been killing for an hour and a half, Louie.
Nice, bro.
It's been a great time. It's been really epic.
Yeah, for sure.
If we could just do one last thing to trap it off. So you did the prize questionnaire the first time. Now I do a second version of that I wrote myself.
Okay.
This time it's 11 questions. Same thing, short but deep questions. You ready for it?
Let's do it.
Proust questionnaire number 2. All right, my first question in the second Proust questionnaire that I created is, what is your idea of pure happiness?
Pure happiness. I would say like looking out to the water, like the ocean, and then looking next to the person next to you, and then just saying, this is good.
No complaints on that?
Yeah.
I think that's pure happiness.
What
What is your greatest
fear?
Right now, my greatest fear, it's not feeling, because I feel a lot, to be honest. I don't know, for things not to work out.
Yeah.
Just things not to work out.
Do that. What is your greatest extravagance? So, what's the most money you ever spent on something? Whether dumb or whatever.
The most money I ever spent on something?
We're looking more for something like silly dumb. Like if you spent $16,000 on the strip club, somebody once said, or something like that. Like explain your best extravagance, where you just had the money, you had to get this thing, whether it meant something or not, but you just had to get it. What was that extravagance?
Dude, it's hard to say, man. I'm a pretty cheap person. I don't think I spent more than like $300 on something that I like. So it's hard to say. I would say like a musical instrument, maybe like a guitar, but that was like $400. So yeah, man. I mean, the shoes I'm wearing right now are $40. I mean, I got this shirt for free, folks. So I don't. It's hard to say. I say a music instrument, guitar.
Alright, we'll take that. What is something you learned from a past relationship or fling? Or hookup?
Oof.
From your past.
I would say broken hearts are not forgiven.
Okay. Good answer right there.
Yeah.
Broken hearts are not forgiven. What was your greatest, or should I say, who was your greatest teacher or professor?
I would say Dr. Kissel. He was my AP 1 and 2 professor in college. And he just made it, he was against the man, you know.
Those are the best type of
Yeah,
professors.
and he just, you know, he swore a lot, but he made a lot of sense. And he was just like, you know, he's like, technically all this shit you're learning you're not going to need to know, but we'll push it, you know. So
Don't you like that honesty?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
What word or phrases do you most overuse?
Probably fuck this, I would say. Because anything that's like gone wrong or like surprising, or I'm just like, fuck this. I don't know. I would say fuck this.
Look at that, good answer. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would you change?
I wish I was a little bit taller. I'm standing 5'7.5". I would like to see that 6'1".
My next question is, which historical figure or movie or TV character do you identify with the most?
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
This is hard. Identify with the most.
Either historical figure or movie or TV character.
Probably Doyle from Biodome.
Doyle from
I don't
Biodome.
know. That's probably.
Hey, we'll take it. What do you value the most in your friends?
Probably just our understanding, I would say. Like, you know, I have a friend who we speak almost every day, and it's just dumb shit, you know. So just understanding of where we're coming from, or if I say something and his, you know, eyes light up, it's like, oh, you understood like what I meant. Just like, I guess just understanding, being non-judgmental.
Good answer, good answer. And my last question for today, Louie, is what is your motto?
Oof. Do what makes you happy, just don't hurt other people doing it.
What a great way to end the show. That's the great Louie, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out, my friend. Thank you for starting this trend again of people coming back in the studio. And we love you, man. Thank you so much. And you stay well, my friend.
You
and
as well?
Like I said, that's the great Louie. And we'll see you all very, very soon. Have a great night, Louie.
You too, man. Thanks for having me.